I was because my card got shut down because there was some type of breach or whatever, and so they reset it. And I was on the phone. She was like, "All right, we'll have you a new one in another week." And I was like, "All right, that's Gucci." I just hear Victoria dying from across the room. All right, let's make sure we're live. Okay, I think we're good. I want to make sure I have the right thumbnail on, the right title.
So speaking of Victoria, that cow video I showed like a bunch of people, and apparently her and I are the only two that think that video is hilarious.
Yep,
because
you are.
I laugh so hard at it. I don't know why. Because it's so bad.
So I think people in chat, say hi if we're live. Let me know.
Let me mute my normal PC and bring you up.
Alright, let's do it, boys. I think we're good. I can't tell if chat is chatty. I don't know if this is the chat. Let me see. Hi. Okay, let me make sure. If we're good, we're good. If we're not, we're not. I don't. That was very specific.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I'm glad. We should leave the English language up to you.
Okay.
Work out well.
We're Gucci.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, we're good. All right. So here we go. I don't know if notifications are going to go re-out or anything because we were just streaming, but we're going to talk about all this. So, I think we're good. I don't see anyone hanging around, which is weird because we just had a pretty big audience for Fortnite that said they were going to hop over. That's why it's sketching me over. It sketched me out. All right, I see people joining, maybe. Are we talking? Jay-Z, talk? Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let me get to my live streaming panel. Oh, wait, they can see everything I'm doing. Hey, look at my analytics. Woot. All right, once I get to this page, we'll be Gucci. I gotta stop saying that.
There it is. Yeah. I said it once, and now it's like...
All right.
I regret my decisions.
Yeah, for real. All right, here we go. This week at Bungie. This week we witnessed New Monarchy continue their dynasty. Yeah, duh. Oh, by the way, welcome to the Last Word podcast, episode like 53 or something.
I think it's like 55.
There we go. Well, who knows? It's one of the numbers.
Numbers are hard. Yeah,
it's one of those.
They're difficult.
New Monarchy is celebrating in the tower this week. They won their third faction rally event in a row. The three-peat is real. Future War Cult remains winless, but they did narrowly edge out Dead Orbit for the second place slot. Future War Cult will get another shot at getting their first win when the factions return to the tower to compete again. Will Dead Orbit return to glory or New Monarchy continue their dominance? They'll get a fourth win. Iron Banner, and I just
if they put good weapon with New Monarch, or not New Monarchy, Future War Cult, and crappy weapons in the other two, maybe
we'll see. We'll see. I don't think Future War Cult has a chance to win till season 3 when they get new ornaments. I would like to say in their Iron Banner segment, they use the chemical formula for iron, so it's FE Banner, and I very much appreciate that.
Hey.
So Iron Banner starts next week. And last week, of course, game mode is Clash. Lord Saladin will have the Pulse Rifle, the Auto Rifle, and the Grenade Launcher. We'll look up those perks in a little bit. Your progress for any ornaments will carry over, so all that kind of stuff. The aforementioned future Crucible plans. Here we go. Very soon, as in this section, the Crucible team has been working hard on... Oh, wait a second. Changes are coming to Iron Banner and Crucible. We'll give you more specifics very soon. The Crucible team has been working hard on a few updates to Guardian vs. Guardian action, and the team plans to deliver that in Update 1.1.4. We invited PvP design lead Derek Carroll, who I follow on Twitter. He's pretty funny, by the way, to drop some knowledge on what they have in store for us. So Derek, the PvP team has been on fire these past few weeks, filling Update 1.1.4 with as much awesomeness as we can. Our beloved test team is right there with us in the labs as we put the new content through its paces. So some highlights. Iron Banner will channel that old school Crucible in the style of the Iron Lord. So we've made a number of tweaks to gameplay, besides increasing the team size to 6v6. So this is all for Iron Banner, guys. Match limit our match time limit is now 12 minutes, which is up from what, like 7, right? Or 8?
I thought it was closer, or I thought it was like 10.
I think it was 10. I think it was 10 in Destiny 1, but I think it's 8 in Destiny 2.
Okay.
Score limit's 125. Respawn time is 7 seconds. What? All control zones start off neutral. Control zones take slightly longer to capture by default. Additional Guardians max of 3 in a zone increase capture speed. Guardians participating in a capture get more super energy. So everything is kind of reverted back to Destiny 1 standards because they are going back to 6v6. So it makes sense to have things take longer to capture. Additional Guardians on there, capture it more quickly. That makes a lot of sense. But you also get additional super energy from getting a capture, which is pretty cool. Rumble will make its triumphant... Well, actually, just on top of that, it's actually really interesting that with the new version of Control, or with 6v6 Iron Banner, in base 4v4 Control, it's very much one person stand on the flag, and they kind of have everyone spread out. But I think it's really interesting with this, they're actually promoting more people in one area. I wonder if that's intentional to make the map seem bigger than they are. So, if you have all 6 people kind of spread around the map, it's going to seem smaller than if all 6 people are in, one little corner. So I wonder if that's what that is. What do you think,
I would
Jason?
think so. Yeah. I would agree with that. Assessment.
Okay,
Make an assessment.
Make an assessment. All right, next one. Rumble will make its triumphant return with no excuses, no complications, and absolutely no point for assists. You get a single point when you get a kill, just like in the golden age of video games. Oh, and this time we increased the player count to 8. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
8-player Rumble. Okay, that's pretty cool. Mayhem is still Mayhem. These 3 modes will share a central location. Voice crack, by the way. That's pretty good. It's very sexy.
That was adorable.
On the Crucible director page and rotate weekly to keep things fresh. This weekly feature playlist will be home to game types that don't necessarily fit into the existing quick play or competitive playlists. The mode formerly known as Doubles is in its chrysalis, making a slow transition from what you played during Crimson Days to become a beautiful butterfly. I thought D stopped writing these. What is this imagery though? We love the way it played in Crimson Days, but we felt like we could take it further and give it more polish and flexibility. Once we lock that down, we will release it into the weekly featured rotating playlist with the other fun stuff. And for now, we are unsure of a release date, but we will add it to the roadmap when we are more certain of when it will land. There are, of course, other cool features coming in 1.1.4 that will make everyone's lives better, unless they're habitual quitters, and we will make sure to talk about them as launch day approaches. So, quitters... There's going to be quitting stuff, which is pretty cool. Doubles is returning eventually. A lot of cool stuff here. Jesus MK2 in chat. 12 minutes, they better be given... Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
They better give 10 tokens for each match. That's a really good point.
Not 10, but they should
more.
Definitely give more. So I have a question for you, Scarrow.
Yep.
So Rumble being 8 people on maximum 8-player maps, yay or nay on that one?
I think that's all right.
See, I don't know how I feel because there's going to be a lot of crossfire. That used to be their assist term for Rumble, but I don't know. I don't play a bunch of Rumble, and I would rather some people that played specifically Rumble in Destiny 1, but I think a 6-player Rumble match is kind of like a sweet spot, where you're not constantly running into people or battling over stuff, but
right.
You get the one-on-one matches. So
I think they'll have to be really careful about the maps. There's some maps where that won't work, the one on Nessus will not work.
No, there's too many wide open spots on that one.
But things like Midtown would be perfect. I mean, there's enough corners that could hit an 8-person Rumble very well. Burnout could not be one, but Shores of Time probably could be one. It'd be iffy. I like a lot of these changes. I don't see anything here I don't like. It'll be really interesting because we'll have to actually get into it and play it. But I'm actually very excited because this is less than a month away at this point. 3 weeks. I'm pretty excited for that for sure.
Could this year go by any faster? Seriously?
Yeah, I know. That's what like spring break. Next week is
real.
our last full break. We're already over halfway through the semester. I don't know where the hell that went.
No, it's flown by. Insane.
Yeah, for real. So all the Crucible stuff pretty good. The next one, Nightfall Scoring Q&A. Nightfall Scoring went live on Tuesday. We are monitoring the initial feedback on the changes. There are some common questions being asked about modifiers and score tiers, so we asked the team working on these changes to clarify a few things. How do players acquire Nightfall Emblem variants? This is one that we have been super confused about. Nightfall Emblem variants have a chance to drop from Nightfall completions. It's not related to challenges, and it's not a guaranteed drop. For each variant, the chance increases from 0 to as high as 50% at a specific score thresholds per variant. Currently, those thresholds are as follows. Tier 1 at 20k, that's when you get the actual emblem. Tier 2, 40k, Tier 3, 60k, and Tier 4, 80k. So that means for everyone in chat, for everyone farming that very last variant like me, you have a 50% chance of getting it if you manage to hit 80k score. So that's very important. That's something that we'll take into our live streams later in the week to farm out all the variants. Why aren't those tiers visible in-game, and will they ever change? We are planning to adjust the score thresholds as we come to better understand what the community considers an impressive high score, and we don't currently have a great way to display dynamic settings like that. Every week that a Nightfall returns, we may increase the aura threshold based on community high scores from the previous week that Nightfall was active. We will do that based on some percentile of the community, potentially the top 10%. The current 60k threshold is based on internal playtests. We expect the community to be better than us, so it should be expected that the threshold will increase the next time Tree of Probabilities comes around. Have you done any of the Nightfall stuff, Jay-Z?
No, I was waiting to do it with you guys, so
okay.
I haven't done anything yet.
So I actually think 60k is too easy. I think it's too low. Like they said, we're better than them. I think the entire idea of setting a threshold like that is to have people strive to hit that score, just make them strive to get better. And so I think a better reflection of that for everyone in chat who's actually tried and you kind of know how tough this stuff is, I think that 70 or 80 or even 90,000 might be a better reflection of that. Our high score right now is 76,000. We haven't tried any of the crazy modifiers yet. We've been sticking at 20 times power deficiency. Nothing crazy. We plan on doing some pretty fun stuff this weekend though. And I just feel like 60k, I think it was a good start point, but I would not expect it to remain there. It's definitely not the best. It's not it's kind of more of a middle ground than the top like 10% or whatever. It's pretty cool. I like the tier system as well. You know, at the different tiers, you have different chances to get the different variants, which is pretty cool. I like that they came out and they told us, because Bungie 4 months ago would not have done that. So I think this is a huge step in the right direction. And yeah, man, Jay-Z, you're gonna freaking love this stuff, man.
Absolutely.
On Sunday, I actually have a cool challenge. So I've got a friend over on the Destiny subreddit. I'm sure all you guys know him. Well, if you're on the subreddit a lot, you know him. Noob, he's king of ogres over there. I made this comment on the Reddit that I think the score should be higher, and he said, "Well, I want to see you do it blindfolded." So this Sunday we have a challenge set up where Josh and whoever our third person is going to be normal. We're going to have the modifier set so high that we're going to at least get 70,000 is the goal, and I'm going to be blindfolded throughout the entire Nightfall, and we're going to try to break that score with one team member blindfolded. So that should be a lot of fun. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, I'm down for it if you want me to join us there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's Sunday night. I mean, you're always free, right? So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I just think that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah. So if we manage to get higher than 60,000 with me blindfolded, I think that's just proof that it's way too easy to hit that threshold. So we'll see. Why were the base Nightfall modifiers removed? The removal of the base modifiers from Nightfall is because we want to emphasize core combat in this initial release and let the community define the meta for a high-score Nightfall run. We can certainly revisit the modifiers in the future. They're not dead and buried, open to player feedback. Note, we are currently investigating an issue where the heroic Mercury Adventure modifiers are not appearing for some players. This was not intentional, and we will update you on this status when we have more information. We're planning on reporting the top 3 fire team high scores each week. Right now, it's this people leading with a score of 222,000. What the hell were they?
Crap.
What did they just do?
They broke the game.
They must have been snorting cocaine. There's no way. That is insane. I want to see if there's video of this, guys, in chat. Link me that real quick. There's no way that's legitimate.
So they tripled your score just about.
Oh my god, that is absolutely ridiculous. They must have done something insane. I can't even think about what.
Well, what are all the modifiers, like if they turn them all on?
No, the only score modifier is your power deficiency. So you can drop yourself anywhere between 0 to 40 light levels. 40, I don't know what your modifier is, probably around 5 or something. Okay. That's insane. That must have been 3 Night Stalkers tethering the same group of enemies over and over and over and over and over again. Or Farm the Lost Sector. That's a really good one too.
But see, that wouldn't be fun though, just doing that over and over and again.
It wouldn't be fun, but you get your name in the Bungie Hall of Fame. Yeah, they probably did. So there's a Lost Sector. It's the only Lost Sector on Mercury, and you're able to go in there. So I bet this guy's actually right. I bet they went into it over and over and over again, got enough points, and then ran through the rest of Nightfall. We'll see. The next one is spawning woes. We are always squashing bugs in the live game. You can read about a few fixes that we fixed with the 1.3 update earlier this week. Some bugs are proving tougher to fix. If you are a raider, you may have experienced an issue that we are currently investigating that causes some members of your fire team not to spawn back in after a wipe. We haven't solved the problem yet, but we asked raid test leader John Guesnier to shed some light on this bug and some possible workarounds while we work on a fix. I actually thought this was fixed. We haven't had this happen in a long time. Hello, I'm the raids test lead for Destiny 2. I understand how frustrating it can be when players frequently encounter an issue in our raids. No one takes it more to heart than the test team. Creating complex encounters that function as expected is the pinnacle of what the raid team strives for in every release. Our raid team is made up of team members from all disciplines, and when an issue can be identified and fixed by scripting, which we call a content fix, we can make that fix without pulling too many resources from what we want to share with the players next. When an issue needs to be fixed by an engineer, what we call a code fix, a solution becomes much more difficult to find as it touches all the systems within Destiny 2, not just a specific activity. I swear, I can read perfectly, and then when we start doing this, I'm just like...
Yep.
It's great.
Every time.
It's great. The issues where players do not respawn in the Leviathan raid is a memory issue due to the size and complexity of the activity that will require a code fix. It is caused when a fire team splits up across larger distances while others remain back and swap out their gear. This has seemed to be occurring more often in recent weeks because we have updated our loot tables in order to make the Leviathan raid more rewarding with more incentives to return to. We're still investigating a code fix for the problem. In the meantime, you can avoid these issues by sticking together as a team while trying out your new sweet loot. We realize that this is not an acceptable fix, but we want to give you info on how you can try to mitigate the issue while we work on it. If you happen to hit this issue even following those steps, then re-equipping the armor set you had when you spawned into the activity may return your Guardian to action. So that's pretty cool.
I think it happens mostly on Gauntlet for us.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like right in the middle of the ship, or on one end. It's on one end, so like
right.
And if we come from one end to the other end, it normally happens. So yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Also known issues. No, that's pretty much it. Man, that wasn't as much as I was hoping for. Let's see. I don't know about you, but I still have some. Oh wait, if this is Cosmo, this is gonna be a picture of a cat. He always does this. Oh, way to go, Cosmo. It's not a real picture. Rip.
Is it fake cat news?
Fake cat news, yep. But I still have some challenges to complete Iron Banner. I've been looking forward to Saladin's return, blah, blah, blah. Time flies. It's already March, and 1.1.4 will be deployed before the end of the month. We'll be talking more about it soon. We'll also keep you up to date on the roadmap and other upcoming changes further down the line. Cosmo has jury duty next week, so DMG will be writing it. That's pretty funny. And yeah, so Iron Banner next week. We can go ahead and look up these weapon stats right here. I'll look them up on my other screen while we talk about this. So just while we start off, Jay-Z, Season 2, Destiny 2. So the Crucible changes, what else would you like to see with the, because, you know, 6v6 is obviously returning in new kind of ways that is not Iron Banner, right? So how would you expect things to, or how would you want things to change, rather? If you have anything. If you're still here. Are you still alive? Did I? Jay-Z? I might have killed Jay-Z. Guys, I killed Jay-Z. I killed Jay-Z. Alright, well, I can look right here what we have. Thanks to GameRant.com while we wait for Jay-Z, who is now dead. So which ones do we have? We have the assault rifle, the pulse rifle, and the grenade launcher. Oh, Jay-Z's back. All right, one sec.
I had like 3 sentences in before I realized it wasn't talking.
So the 3 perks, and then we'll get back to you real quick. So wait, we don't have an assault rifle, do we? Oh yeah, assault rifle, grenade launcher, pulse rifle. So the assault rifle is called Oryx Anvil, 450 rounds per minute. Assault rifle that focuses on reducing recoil through steady rounds and under pressure perks. That might be all right. It looks like it's 450, so that's a scathe lock, and that won't be the best. Order Wings Maul is the grenade launcher. It auto reloads itself while holstered, so it's got cocoon, and lets players choose between concussion or stun grenades. It's garbage. And Jorum's Claw is the pulse rifle. The Iron Banner pulse rifle comes with Outlaw, which grants faster reload speeds after precision kills. Hopefully that one's all right.
Does it say what else is on it?
No, that was just the article I was reading. But freaking, oh wait, I don't remember the name of it. That sucks. It looks like the PDX, so hopefully it's pretty fast firing, man. Yeah, so PvP. Sorry, Jay-Z. What kind of changes would you like to see in the future?
Well, if they're gonna do 6v6, I want them to make the maps a little bit bigger. So like Battlefield, when they do PvP modes, like they'll take a huge map and then they'll take a section of it that's normally like really cool for PvP, like a really cool area in that level, and then they'll make it like their team deathmatch or, you know, a small team mode type thing. So let's have Bungie do the opposite and maybe add a little bit more to each map if they're going to make them 6v6 variants, because like we've talked about, all their maps are built around 4v4.
Right.
So I don't see how they're going to fit an extra.
Oh, I think you're lagging, bud. It might be me.
Is that kind of what you're looking for? Or,
Yeah, that was good. You were lagging out a little bit in and out there, but I think the base principle was there. I actually went ahead and Destiny databased the auto rifle. Can you hear me? I think you're having connection. Okay, I think you're having a little bit of connection issues.
Huh, that's weird.
So Ormun's Anvil, the official perks, it's got precision frame, so it's a scathe lock. It has accurized rounds, or I would probably use accurized and not steady rounds, but that's me. And under pressure, so this one's not bad. 50 aim assist could be worse. And then the pulse rifle has Outlaw, pretty good. Appended magazine, I think will probably be the best for this one. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. Yeah, and some things. So this one, I would definitely say Jorum's Claw. Definitely pick that one up if you guys have a chance. Yeah, man. All right, Jay-Z, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm worried that I kept losing you, man. Yeah, so I agree. Definitely, the size of the maps is something I'm kind of worried about. We'll see. They'll have to be very selective. Because I was saying with the 8-player Rumble, there's a lot of maps in Crucible that could work for 12 players, but maybe not. Vostok could probably work for 6v6. Distant Shores maybe could work for 6v6. They're gonna have to be careful, and I hope that with the return of this, we actually get a classic Destiny map. Something
Yeah,
that'd
be really nice. Well, I mean, they've got a whole because they did that for Halo 2. They brought back a good handful of maps from Halo 1. And then they just redid them a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't take as much development time when you already have the base, map layout and stuff like that, as creating new maps. So they can take some of the classics. They've already done it for a few, but I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be down for 1 or 2 more for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. And then just everything here, like with previous weeks, it's kind of hard to say a lot on stuff I don't necessarily disagree with. That's just kind of like the nature of conversation. The Crucible stuff, it's all great. I still feel like Rumble should be a permanent mode and not a weekly rotating thing. I'm sure they will see that feedback and maybe eventually it'll happen. The Nightfall stuff, I really like that they came out and they told us the chances. I really like that they told us the tiers. And then, yeah, and just everything with that. And then the raid fix stuff. Yeah, I mean, other than that, we don't really have much. We can take a look at what exactly we were getting with 1.1.4. Let's go ahead and check that out. So with 1.1.4 on March 27th, so in 26 days, we're getting weapon and ability sandbox changes, heroic strike modifiers, which is pretty cool, Iron Banner 6v6, weekly Crucible playlists, Rumble and Mayhem, Crucible ammo and gameplay tuning, so that means that we'll get a lot of the general changes for sandbox, hopefully, maybe, I guess we'll see. Crucible quitter penalties, which will be nice to see. Repeat Crucible map and strike protection, which will be very nice as well. Exotic repetition reduction. Nightfall strike unique rewards, which is probably arguably my favorite part of that update. And then companion vendor viewing. So a lot of stuff. Specifically, we're going to get a lot of sandbox changes. That's going to be huge. I can't wait to see what they're doing. Especially, you have all these kind of things in the Crucible that have kind of been dominating since the game's come out. So it'll be really interesting to see, what the new meta is, how they change it, how the Rumble and the 6v6 Iron Banner work out, how the different subclass, because Night Stalker's kind of dominant. I would like that to be kind of put out a little bit. I would like a little bit more put on Dawnblade, raise that up a little bit. It's not improving as much as a lot of people would like.
I don't think I've ever seen a Dawnblade in Crucible, or barely ever. It doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. But this is a lot of stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff here. Dawnblade needs to be, like you were saying, I barely see him either. And that's one of the things, everyone's a Night Stalker, a Striker, or Nova Bomb. And that's it. So I think we need to balance those out. I think a couple of the weapons could be brought down a little bit. Mida obviously probably won't get any balancing, but hopefully things become as powerful as the Mida.
I'd rather have weapons come up in power. I know the whole thing of nerfing weapons but I'd rather have weapons come up in power and be as viable as that than the opposite.
And we already know a couple of the changes. Arc Strider and Striker will get an increased movement speed during their supers, which is pretty cool. Just all around, it'll make them feel a little bit more powerful, which is, Striker's already pretty powerful, but I feel like the super is the least useful part of that subclass, which is definitely not something that should happen. That's just kind of weird. That's pretty much all I got. Hey, Josh Thompson in chat, thank you for the support, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. We have all this stuff. What's everyone in chat feeling? How do you feel this? Let's see what we got. Some stuff. Arlo, I really want pulses to be good. So much. I want my pulse rifles back. I want my Blind Perdition era back. That was so good.
They weren't super overpowered either. They were just because they take a little bit more skill than an auto rifle, but they should have a equal time to kill. But you have to. But they get a little bit more range obviously than the auto rifle. So, but they're not at that point right now. There's not much point in using a pulse rifle.
Right. Yeah. It's the thing. Like, I don't want them to become too powerful.
No, no.
You know, that's always like the. I'm always really nervous when they buff stuff or they nerf stuff because while I don't want shotguns reigning supreme, I also don't want to return to the House of Wolves sniping meta.
Yeah, but now shotguns are a power weapon, so you don't get the ammo economy that you had before.
Right. Well, they are fixing it, and I believe they said that it's actually going to be more common now.
Really?
A couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, just a lot of stuff happening. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Like I said, it's hard to kind of, with a lot of this stuff, it sounds great, but how is it actually going to play out is a completely different story.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see.
It's hard to balance that power fantasy that they're going for of, you're this powerful guardian and you have these powerful abilities, but then you got to balance the weapons to go along with that.
Right, exactly.
And I think they went from super like powerful abilities and grenades and everything to like nerfing everything.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to find a middle ground, and hopefully they find it because that that's the best for everybody.
Yeah, I hope they find it too, and I can completely sympathize with that. Like, how do you balance one hit kill things with things that take 3 seconds to kill? It's got to be really difficult.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do think we will see the downfall of the 3-burst sidearm meta, which is that's really unfortunate because I really like that meta, but
I don't think so. I mean, like, why do you think that?
I just think they're too dominant. I think too many people are using them. I think they'll get hit pretty hard.
Well, I mean, either that or they won't get any nerfs, and then they'll fall down where everything else is at.
Oh, maybe. S7. Let's talk SMGs. Yeah, man. Okay, so the Antiope meta needs to be toned down. Everything else just needs to be brought up. There's like 0 good SMGs. That's not the Antiope and not the Adjudicator. We need some more diversity in there. I agree with that. Snipers needs
it's
buff.
all close range weapons right now. That's the meta, really, other than hand cannons.
And on PC, hand cannons are the meta. So
yeah.
So there's that. Josh Thomas also patched Sentinel. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't register. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot. Sentinel, Arcstrider gets that a lot. That's just with like server and latency and stuff. If they could put that latency referee back in there that they had in Destiny 1, that fixed a lot of things pretty well. I agree with that. Just let the game know, like, if it's unsure, you should probably give them the kill kind of thing. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's pretty good. I'm really in a weird way looking forward to the Nightfall Strike unique rewards the most out of all of this, but I will still play a hell ton of Crucible like I always do. I'm just excited for more things to grind. I mean, I've done more Nightfalls in the past 48 hours than I've done in the previous 4 months of Destiny 2 or 5 or 6 months of Destiny 2, but I'm having a lot of fun. I will just continue to do them that much for like unique rewards and stuff like that, so I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah, man. And then let's see, what else did we talk about? Crucible ammo, they're getting more of it. Crucible quitter penalties. I can't even think about what that would be. If Bungie was serious, it takes a random piece of armor in the inventory and deletes it if you quit a game.
No, I don't think they'd do that.
No, there's no way.
I'd be okay with that. Well, just for the fact that some people like get disconnected and it's not their fault. Like that's like, unless they could tell the difference, but I hate quitters. Like it annoys.
Yeah, it annoys me too. I agree with that. That was a joke. I definitely like have like a reputation system maybe, or where like quitters get paired up with quitters more often, or you can't play Crucible for X amount of minutes.
It's actually like the deleting armor is actually a good idea. I just know that they're not going to do it. Like, I would love for that because I don't think I've ever quit out of a match.
No, that would be so annoying because I'd be playing a game like waiting for a Bungie blog to drop for a stream or whatever, and then it would drop and I'd be like, oh, quit match, and then be like, oh, there goes the thing I grinded 12 hours for. Great. Jeez, man. Mr. Chitchat, I feel like dismantling raid gear should reward 1 to 3 raid tokens, like how dismantling raid or Masterworks drops Masterwork cores. Maybe. I just feel like it's so easy to get raid tokens that wouldn't even matter.
Do people need more raid tokens?
Yeah, I'm sitting on 1,300 myself.
Yeah, I'm like at 800, and I bought a ton of stuff just to buy it.
Yeah. Maybe. I definitely think there's a weird kind of thing there where they said they were going to make legendary shards more useful, and they kind of are, but they're kind of not. But I also understand that that's a huge, like, you can't make them super powerful, and I that's a hard balancing thing, so we'll see. Josh Thomas, in my opinion, they should make power snipers a one-shot to the body and then add in energy snipers that are bolt action and regular headshot. I don't think anything should be one-shot to the body at any range. I feel like that's extremely dangerous. Shotguns, they're kind of inconsistent, but to trade that off, you also have to get like right up in someone's face. In a game that's dominated by high rate of fire weapons at close ranges, that's a lot more dangerous than sniping someone from across the universe. That's the entire reason I didn't like the House of Wolves meta, or I keep calling it that, the Taken King meta. Excuse me, with the 1,000-yard stare, the Defiance of Yasmin, all of these, the longbow synthesis, because you had people camping in the back of the map on every map and just sniping for the entire game. And they never ran out of special, and it got really annoying. There's no way to combat that except by doing it yourself, and I don't enjoy playing like that.
And Icebreaker too. You can't.
And our Lord and Savior Icebreaker. Oh God.
Yeah. But I remember, like, you'd get in a fight with somebody and then you'd turn a corner and they were just waiting for you because they were sitting on that skull that their teammate just died from.
Brutal.
Super fun.
Brutal.
Super fun.
Brutal. Man, yeah. Asia Thomas, or Isaiah, but spelled like Asia. I don't know. I apologize that I don't know how to pronounce your name. Tell me how to pronounce it. There you go. How would you feel if they had random and static rules? I.e., static rules drop in regular activities, random rules drop in Prestige, Nightfall, and Raid, Heroic Strikes, Lost Sectors. I like the idea of having the more high-end weapons that are more grindable be random. That's one thing I think Borderlands did fairly well. No one grinded for... I mean, every weapon in Borderlands essentially had, random rolls, but no one really cared. Like, if you got, like, a blue weapon in Borderlands, they didn't have the best parts. Who cared? But all the activities that were, truly endgame, truly difficult, people grinded those forever to get the perfect rolls on, like, infiltrator, or not infiltrator, freaking, that shotgun that we forgot, the pearlescent.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
It starts with an I think.
Veracidus shotgun.
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Interfacer. There we go.
Interfacer, yeah.
Interfacer. So, people would grind to get the perfect prefix or perfect parts for that. And I feel like that could translate really over well to Destiny. I think raids and Nightfalls. I think that would be where you would be able to grind them easily, easily grindable. You can do them weekly. For Nightfalls, make it like it is with the emblems, where you can do it as many times as you want, as long as you put the time into it. And I think that would be good. That was one thing that's just, I think that's great. I really like that idea. I think whenever you start to get to strikes and lost sectors and stuff, it kind of can ruin the parity a little bit. If they're going for, the majority of weapons having static rolls to make it easier on themselves, I think throwing them kind of into the easier activities like that gives it less meaning. But the ones that, the higher end players play, maybe not give them an advantage, but give them something else to grind. I will do the raid as many times as Bungie gives me incentive to do the raid. And even more than that. But the ghost, a dumb ghost, made me run the raid as many times as I could for 4 straight weeks.
5 straight.
Five straight.
That was for me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. 5 straight weeks. And I will probably continue to do so because I'm interested in it. But I would be much more likely to continue playing if, say, like the Ghost Primus could have a random roll or something like that. So I like that idea a lot. Just making it so very specific, tailored endgame weapons can have random rolls, I think.
So what about this? Like, every encounter in the Prestige, I guess they're not doing Prestige for Eater Worlds, but has a chance of dropping a rollable component for one of your weapons.
I feel like I don't like being able to roll yourself. I was not a fan of reforging. I'm not a fan of that type of thing. If I get a weapon variant with different perks, I don't want to buy it. I want to go out there and I want to see it drop. If in House of Wolves, I very deliberately did not re-roll my Party Crasher because it's so much more rewarding and so much more fun to grind out a Party Crasher that had Rangefinder and rifled barrel or shot package at the time.
I wish I would have done that, actually. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't like the reforging system. I don't like anything like that. Glass Needles even were a little bit far. They were all right because you always kept the same percentage. It just re-rolled the things. I would very much more rather things drop. I don't want to... Because they're incentives to do gameplay. They're not incentives to sit in the tower and press a button a couple of times, you know?
Yeah.
To both people who just subscribed, thank you for being awesome mother chickens. I didn't get... Well, Donovan DeGardi, I got your name. I don't have my subscription thing pulled up. So thank you. I appreciate your faces. But yeah, like, I hope...
what if it was a random roll? Like, you picked one slot and it was a random, like, just that node?
Nah,
like
I still don't like it. I don't.
Okay.
I want to see it drop. I'm a farmer, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm the same way because I re-rolled all my like favorite weapons in House of Wolves, and it was like, now what do I do? Kind of like in Destiny 2, where you got all the weapons, and you're like, oh, now what do I do?
Yeah,
like,
now what? Yeah, what's going on now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Arlo, what if strike specific loot has random rolls? I would be so happy, but it's not going to. They haven't said anything to kind of hint at that. It's 3.5 weeks away. They would have told us. It's a way to get the community hyped. It would be really awesome, but I'm hoping to offset the non-random rolls that's just really rare, and I really don't want any trash guns. I want every single Nightfall exclusive gun to be in the 80th percentile of usability. You know, I want them to be competitive. I want them to be really good. I want them to be fun. So I want them to look good. They're having extra time just to design these guns, but what use is giving the artists extra time if these guns are just going to be shit and no one uses them?
But you know what's going to happen if they do. I just said do. If they do that, you're going to have people whining, oh, I can't do the Nightfall. I can't get a team to do it.
I don't think they care. I think to an extent it's a good thing to appease most of your audience, but if them pursuing things like the prestige raid randomizing things, them putting these unattainable, they know some teams aren't going to be able to hit 80k in the Nightfall. I think Christopher Bear is much more okay with saying, okay, some people are just not going to get this. The Raid Ghost is a perfect example of that. You know, if it took dedicated raiders 5 weeks to get it, do you think a casuals...
Every raid.
Exactly.
Every raid.
Casuals, aren't going to get it. Some are going to get really lucky on their first go, as a lot of you guys did, but not everyone's going to do that. And I think it's good. It's a great state of mind to be like, casuals can get this stuff, hardcore players can get this stuff, and I think it's all right to do that. S7, let's talk fusion rifles. They're in perfect place. They need to stay where they are. Let's talk shotguns. They're in a perfect place. Stay where they are. Arlo, I want more perks in general. I don't care about more perks. I care about more incentivizing perks. You know, in Destiny 1, we had all these perks that no one cared about. Guerrilla Warfare, or Guerrilla Fighter, or whatever it was. Who in chat actually used that? I didn't even know it existed until halfway through freaking Taken King. It's like one of those things. There's some, the ones where you got ammo back if you got a kill with 3 surrounding people, or what, blood drip or whatever the hell it was called. No one, but I forget what it was called, but no one.
But that was the fun of it with the random rolls, is you get excited that you get the gun that you've been looking for, you know, and then you get a crap roll and you're like, oh man,
dang,
but it made for some funny moments because now you get the gun and you know exactly what's on it, so
right.
At least give us some interesting perks. Give everything interesting perks. Don't give us these guns where nobody's ever going to use them, and especially some of these guns, they kind of look cool, but there's no reason to use them over other guns. So, yeah.
Arlo, Scaro, have you used the Hollow Earth? No, I have Dead Orbit tokens. I need to go spend them. I've been really busy with school and content. And I've got grad school meetings tomorrow and all this crap. Like, I just have so much going on. I need to go get it though. I've heard it's really good, so I'm really excited about that. The True Fedora is the Nightfall Aura permanent. So if you maintain the score above the score on the emblem, so if it says like the threshold is 60 like it is now, as long as your score is above that, your high score, then yes, you will have it forever. Now Bungie said they're rebalancing it every time it goes, so that score could potentially raise to 70, 75, 80. If your score was above the first one but below the second one, you will no longer have it. You need to maintain a score above the threshold, and that's how that works. Raid auras for the Prestige Raid last 14 days. Trials auras last 14 days. But the Nightfall ones are permanent. And I think, don't quote me on this, I think each Nightfall is going to have a different color aura, because I saw a green aura in the database and we don't currently have a green aura. So I'm hoping that's right, or that's true.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome.
Yeah.
What's the website called? I imagine you're talking about Destiny Tracker, Richard. That one. Morgan and Maddie. I want a raid exclusive, exotic, cool looking 320 auto with explosive rounds. How cool would that be? That is insanely specific. But I think raid exotics, 320, a slow rate of fire auto rifle as a raid exotic. That'd be really interesting. I don't think you're going to get it though. I think auto rifles are the least unique kind of group of weapons. Like, everyone knows what an auto rifle is. And that's why even the two auto rifles that they've had that have come as raid exclusive weapons have been, or raid exclusive exotics, have been a fusion rifle that in Lord Ben's time, and a weapon that was a regular auto rifle but got transformed into a dark weapon by the Hive. So, I think they're probably going to stay away from auto rifles just because it seems like it's kind of difficult to do anything good with. I personally want a raid exclusive sword exotic that does something hella awesome. It would be very difficult for them to do though. So we'll see.
And not make it overpowered like swords were in the first game. Yeah,
exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I really want a great exotic sword that's balanced really well. I think the thing is with exotic, Bungie has this kind of thing going on here where it's either the exotic's like pretty good and then gets like nerfed to hell, or it's only good in the raid. So, you know, freaking, what's that one exotic that we were just talking about? Vex Mythoclast was really good, nerfed to hell, and wasn't useful anymore. Necrochasm.
Nobody used it. After
Necrochasm actually kind of had the opposite. It was really bad, and then it was really good, and then it was really bad again. So there's that. They
overreacted based on the Vex with the Necrochasm is what happened.
Yeah. All of the Prison of Elders stuff, Dreg's Promise was crazy, and then it wasn't good, and then it was kind of good again. Lord of Wolves always sucked. Queenbreaker's Bow was really good, and then it got nerfed, and it wasn't good. Touch of Malice was literally only useful in the raid. Outbreak Prime was not good in the raid, but really awesome in PvP, and then it wasn't. And then you have the Legend of Acreus, which was not good in the raid, but is really good in Crucible, and I imagine it's going to get a hella nerf with this new update. So, let's see.
So I would rather lean towards the Oryx weapon, where it's really good in the raid. So at least like the exotic does something that you use it on a regular basis, rather than not use it in anything at all. So like I guess I'd take that trade-off.
I agree with that. I would rather unique weapons that are better in the raid. But I would, most of all, I would like a weapon that's kind of good everywhere.
Yeah. But that can be in the normal exotic pool, I guess. Unless we're just specifically talking about raid weapons.
Right. S7, they need to bring back machine guns. That's another one. I think if this next DLC is Fallen, I think it would be so cool to get a Fallen-themed raid exotic that was the only machine gun in the game, and it was just really good. I think that would be so dope. I know it's not going to happen. I just think that would be just freaking cool. If they ever bring back machine guns, it needs to be a single exotic, because nothing makes something feel more exotic than being the only weapon type. That's why Cold Hearts felt so freaking awesome,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we still use Cold Heart on almost every like end game activity now.
Yeah. It was awesome, had an awesome appeal, and now it's like the go-to thing. I agree with that. Yeah. There was a sniper perk on some blues and greens that made you not need to pull the R2 button all the way to shoot. That's really weird. I don't remember that. Huh.
Oh, it was hair trigger, I think, or something like that.
Oh, really? I don't remember that one at all. That's crazy. Yeah, see, like this guy, Zach-a-Whack. Great username, by the way. I beat the raid for the first time ever last weekend and got the raid ghost. That's what I'm talking about. You know, some random people are going to get it, but they have to accept that not everyone's going to get it.
Yeah, they don't have my RNG, so.
Yeah, for real. How long left in the stream? Probably not too much longer. A couple minutes. We're just answering some of you guys' questions right now. You should play some Crucible. I will, but not right now. I'm tired and hungry, and I have homework. So definitely not right now. S7, an exotic sword that grants you brief invisibility after 3 kills would be pretty sick. But then again, like, that wouldn't be useful in Crucible. Like, how many times are you going to get a triple kill with a sword and then still need to use invisibility? So, there you go. What system do you play on? Jay-Z and I both play on Xbox One. Yeah, Woot Woot, Master Race, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of feedback. I mean, overall, a lot of very, very, very solid changes coming.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. 3.5 weeks. It'll be here in no time. I cannot wait. A couple of updates for you guys in chat, because you're awesome. The Osiris Funko Pop just launched in the Bungie store. It's a pre-order, so it's very limited. If you want one, go get that. Jump on that now. I'm not making a video for that because whatever. But if you want one, go get that. I got my Control Freak package. One sec. Over here. I'll be doing a giveaway with whatever is in this beautiful package. I need to not show my address. Whatever's in this beautiful package in tomorrow or Saturday, or actually neither of those days. Sunday, I'll be starting a giveaway for you guys there. Yeah, guys. So a lot of great changes coming overall. I'm really excited. We will be streaming more Nightfall stuff. So if you want more in-depth opinions from Jay-Z, who has yet to do it, come by Sunday when we're actually playing it, and that will be pretty fun. And then next week, I don't know what they told us we were getting next week. Keep an eye... Oh, wait, what? Oh, no. Okay, well, they are talking about something in next week's This Week at Bungie. So, who knows? We'll see. But next week's Iron Banner, so there will be some of those streams too. But yeah, overall, I think that's pretty much where we are going to end this stream, though. Anything else about anything we talked about today, Jay-Z?
Yeah, I might actually want to play some Iron Banner next week to get that pulse rifle. They said it was 6-on-6 next week, or is it the next one?
No, the one after that is.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it'll still be hopefully fun. We'll see.
Ornaments are very difficult to get, and they're amazing looking. So if you plan on getting them, I would probably start next week.
Okay.
You have to get like 150 melee and grenade kills. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Probably start playing Striker Titan a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's where we're going to end it, guys. Once again, we had a huge turnout for a stream that was kind of impromptu. So thank each and every one of you for coming out. I really do appreciate it. I hope these changes turn out to be as awesome as I think they're going to be. But yeah, I really think that's a great place to end it. So I've been Scaro9. You can follow me at Scaro9 on Twitter if you want to keep up with when we're going to go live with my videos and that kind of stuff. And Jay-Z, do your thing.
Jay-Z Basketball 25 on Twitter and Xbox.
There we go, guys. Another awesome weekly episode of The Last Word. Once again, thank each and every one of you for coming out. I enjoy your support. You guys are freaking awesome. I love your faces. Thanks for being the best mother chickens in the world. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're going to leave it there. So, we'll see you next time.
Peace!